180. Luke, congratulations, back-to-back winners in the World Series, back-to-back TV events down under. Just sum up how you're feeling after that.
Yeah, obviously very happy. Obviously tonight it was a bit better than last night, same as last week. But yeah, pretty much what I said last week. It's us Premier League players. We know what to expect from each other. We bring the best out of each other. But I just felt untouchable tonight.
Is it almost a case of if you don't get you early in a tournament, you don't get you at all? A bit like they used to say about Phil. If they don't get you in round one, then they're not getting you.
Yeah, obviously that could be the feeling right now. But I'm just playing my darts. And tonight it couldn't have gone any better. The score in the doubles, and in the final, I just felt really untouchable.
Talk us through the nine that you hit during those practice starts as well that you set up on stage.
Yeah, obviously I've come back off stage after the break. And my first nine darts was a nine darter, and then obviously when I left the 141 before, I was really feeling it, but missed that treble 17. But I think I'd say 100% I would have hit the double 15.
Look, when you're in that moment, like you say, that what us mere mortals watching, you're not missing. So, what does it feel like as a professional to be in that moment when that's happening?
Yeah, for myself, it's just the case of you didn't know where the treble, 20 is, you know where the cover shots are. And I think within the last two legs there, I think I hit four, five, one back to back 140s. But yeah, I was just in the zone, and I wasn't missing much.
Do you know, obviously, that your scoring power is right up there? When you go to that place, is there anyone that can get near you? Because you've just blown away everyone when you go to that place.
Yeah, I think it's just for myself, just getting into that place, getting into a rhythm. Obviously played well against Mike, and then obviously Gezi, the record everyone knows, and it was nice to get another win against him. And then me and Luke, obviously Luke, he weren't at his best, but I think I was just a bit better tonight.
And do you think that you winning all these titles that you're winning is now firmly in everyone else's head that, hang on a minute, he's dominating us?
Yeah, well, I think obviously they could be thinking that. But for myself, I just want to win everything that comes my way. I said on stage there, the next one is Antwerp in for the European tour, so hopefully I can make it four titles in a row.
Cheers, Luke. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, Luke. Congrats on the win again tonight in New Zealand. Um, you've played some amazing darts throughout your time in the PDC, but do you feel like the little sort of area you're in at the moment since the World Match Play and going into Australia and New Zealand is probably the best patch of darts that you've played in your PDC career?
Yeah, I feel very good now. Obviously it's three titles in a row for myself. The darts is there, the averages, and like I said, I just feel unbeatable at the minute. But yeah, I'd say this is probably one of the best patches I've been in for quite a while.
What do you do to make sure that that continues all the way up until hopefully for you the World Championships?
Yeah, I think it's just for myself, just putting in the prize money, adding it on. Obviously, put the pressure on Luke. I've said plenty of times, try and get that world number one spot for the World Championships. But for now, it's just obviously fly home tomorrow, chill out, and then it's on to Antwerp, where hopefully I can make it four in a row.
Do you still see Luke Humphreys as your sort of biggest rival, probably the person that's chasing you the most and probably the second best player in the world? Do you think there's other players that maybe are on your back and looking to sort of take his spot?
Yeah, I think obviously me and Luke, people would say we're the two best in the world right now, number one and two. But we just play our darts. Obviously, I was really good tonight. He couldn't do much. Obviously, as I said on stage there, um, I was disappointed going into 4-2. It could have been 5-1 or 6-0, but hitting that 83 to go 4-2 into the lead was a massive breaking point, and then I just had to switch on from there and get over the line.
When Luke spoke to us yesterday, he sort of admitted that he thinks you're the better player at the moment. Were you surprised to hear that? Because I think a lot of players sort of back themselves, no matter if they're in good form or bad form. Were you something maybe you were a little surprised to hear?
Yeah, obviously he's world number one. And I've said plenty of times, until I get to world number one, I won't call myself the best player in the world. I think number one, you're the best, whether you're winning or not. I'd say obviously form wise at the minute, I'm best on the stats. But yeah, I've just got to keep it up.
Okay, thank you, Luke.
Luke, huge well done on picking up another title. I asked Luke Humphries this yesterday, but do you feel like there's a danger now that you and Luke are just going to pull away from all the other players? Because I think you two have switched between the two majors ever since Richie Edhouse won the European Championship. No one else can get close to you.
Yeah, I mean that's just down to us. We're playing really well at the minute, and obviously, like you said, we're picking up the major titles between us. But I'm sure one of us we just want to go on and win everything. But for ourselves now, we've just got to keep it up and focus on to the next.
What do you do now between this moment and the World Grand Prix? I know there's the World Series of Darts finals before that, but from the World Grand Prix, it's just so hectic with the amount of majors. What do you do? Do you sort of up your practice regime to get ready for that? Do you take a break? How do you make sure that you're the best version of you for that important part of the year?
Yeah, but obviously I fly home tomorrow, week off, and then I'll say 4 or 5 days, and then we fly out to Belgium, and then from there I think it's 4 or 5 weekends back to back, Euro Tour, the World Series finals. But it's still titles to be added, still prize money onto the rankings for myself. But yeah, obviously go home tomorrow. I probably won't put much practice in, but I'll put a little bit in, so I'm ready for Belgium.
And I know that for these two events in Australia and New Zealand, your parents haven't flown out, but your girlfriend has flown out with you. How's that? Because that's been a bit of a different experience for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, obviously my family from last year we struggled jet lag. We were up at silly hours in the morning. Obviously in the same room, so we were all up at the same time last year. But yeah, I'm pretty lucky that my girlfriend has come over because if she didn't, my manager went home because of an illness, so I could have been on my own for 2 weeks. But yeah, it's just good to have her there, her here for to have some support for myself.
Brilliant. Well done this weekend and last weekend, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you.